Imagine this as an updated recipe of that traditional meat lovers dish. Originally, shepherd's pie is an Irish specialty with ground meat and topped with buttery mashed potatoes. Mine is a vegan, creamy, easy to make shepherd's pie version. That's still a comfort vegan food channel, so it's super simple. So go for it, make this recipe, enjoy yourselves, and let's get started. For that luscious meat mince layer, I used brown lentils. You could substitute those with black lentils, but I don't recommend using red lentils because of the texture. Make sure to soak these in advance for like 30 minutes plus. Distinct ingredient of that shepherd's pie are going to be potatoes. 11 potatoes I had here. They roughly fit in my fist, so they're pretty small, I'd say. Make sure to peel all of them and maybe distract yourself with some vocal culture reacts. Tristan, love this guy. I just really relate to his opinion sometimes, and it keeps me distracted while chopping veggies every once in a while.
Is someone else singing these for these people? I don't understand. Like, this is completely different.
Coke, who doesn't care about my health?
Waiter with my Coke. It's completely different.
Bring your potato chunks to a boil on medium heat with some water, keeping an eye on them. Then chop up 1 red or white onion. Oh, by the way, when you chop onions, always stick out your tongue. This way you won't start crying, as I do on a regular basis. I just found out about this recently. Those particles that make you cry when cutting onions go to moist places, and whilst sticking out your tongue, they would rather go there instead of your eye, which would make you cry otherwise. Right there, I also chopped up 2 medium-sized carrots, or smaller-sized carrots, I should say. That's just a cool thing how you can chop them simple and efficient. For the first part diagonally, turn it around diagonally again, and there you go. Let the magic happen. Save these for later, don't transfer them to the skillet now. I then chopped up a giant bowl of mushrooms. As you might expect, they cook down, so you can use a lot of mushrooms. After 20 minutes, your potatoes should be fork tender and ready to be mashed. To that very same stovetop, now add your skillet with the onion chunks and garlic chunks. Saute all of this for a couple of seconds, then add in your carrots and mushrooms. Isn't that pretty, watching all these veggies cook down? So satisfying. Then I crumbled in 1 block of firm tofu, which is not firm anymore after crumbling it. That's also gonna make this dish super high in protein, considering we're adding in the lentils later as well. For my seasonings, I went for 1 teaspoon of sweet paprika powder, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of Italian spices, a generous amount of salt, and black pepper. I also had this specific meat flavored spice mix that I also added, but this is 100% optional. If you have any fancy stuff that you would like to kick in, just go for it. In total, I added almost 1 cup of these soaked lentils, I would say 3/4 of a cup. And yeah, just continue adding some water every once in a while to help it cook down evenly and make sure nothing burns. Wow, did I just say that? Okay, yeah, just don't burn down your kitchen, guys. Then this next little step would just be to combine 2 teaspoons of cornstarch with around 2 tablespoons of water. Adding that to the mixture followed by, I'd say, 2.5 tablespoons of tomato paste, a splash of apple cider vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of ketchup. Also some agave just for some sweetness, to balance out all the flavors and deliciousness. Oh my god, look at this. It was so steamy and you could just eat it right away, but so add in some frozen peas or canned peas. That's totally up to you. I think I added around 1 cup again. And I actually couldn't believe that this is vegan while looking at it. I just couldn't. Grab your potatoes, make sure there's not too much water remaining, and mash them with a mash thingy. Adding in some salt and pepper and a splash of plant milk. I think soy or oat both would work really good in this. I added around 1 to 2 tablespoons of vegan butter and a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. For some cheesy flavor, I'd highly recommend adding a little bit of curry spice, just a bit to kick out that yellow color and the cheesy flavor. That's really good. Next, as you can see, I used a blender to make this creamy and blend everything with the blender. I know that's not totally necessary, but it works really well. I then chose to use a 9-inch springform pan. You could use a bigger one, then your shepherd's pie would logically be thinner and not as high, but I loved to have this a little bit thicker. But feel free to use any baking dish that you have. The next step is a lot of fun. You can now use your fork to draw some of these waves or deepenings, which is gonna give the shepherd's pie a really nice pattern on top and fancy looking design. Just bake this at 175 or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for around 30 minutes until it gets nice and golden on top. This looked so pretty and absolutely smashing. I then just tried to drive around with my knife a little bit here. And I remember I was so excited whether it's gonna hold its shape or not. But then, look at this. Oh, she is beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's unique. She's stunning. I love her already. I really enjoyed this shepherd's pie. Even though this dish once again consists of almost only vegetables, it has made it onto my top 3 savory favorite dishes, I think. It was so unbelievably creamy on top, and generally speaking, it's loaded with a bunch of good stuff, protein, and it's so flavorful and healthy. I'd highly recommend making this for like meal prep. It's similar to my lasagna recipe, as for the meal prep part, not the ingredients. But yeah, I hope you recreate this golden deliciousness sometime, and I hope you love this recipe. Share this recipe with your friends and family. It doesn't taste vegan, it just tastes really creamy. I was so pleasantly surprised by how good it turned out. One of the best things you can make with lentils and potato mash, in my opinion. Subscribe to me and leave a comment with any traditional dishes that you would like me to veganize or make healthier and a vegan version. And yep, subscribe and I'll see you soon. Bye. Leave a like.
What's love got to do with it?